In this video, I'm going to be walking you through some tips for catching mullet with a cast net. Now, this isn't going to be a tutorial on how to throw a cast net, but more of showing you positioning and how to approach the bait so that you can get your net on top of them and catch your bait. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so we're out here trying to catch some mullet for bait. I have a 6-foot cast net. This is a 1/4 inch diameter in the mesh. Nothing fancy when you're catching mullet, but the strategy I'm using here is coming up shallow, and what I like to do is basically use the current or the wind to drift me to the bait. That way I'm not having to constantly control the trolling motor. So it looks like we have some bait up here on the shoreline. You can see it sort of rippling. So what I'm going to do is get in position. And then once I'm in position, I'm gonna let that wind drift me the rest of the way. Or if you don't have the wind or current to help you, what you can do is get up to speed with your trolling motor. And then once you feel like you're in close enough distance to drift, you're just gonna cut the motor off and then drift towards the bait. So here I'm setting up to throw the net at some mullet that I see. I had put the trolling motor into high speed and then cut it off so that I'm drifting towards the bait, throw the net, let it sink down to the bottom. Make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom and then pull it in nice and quickly to get that net to close. There you go, a few more. Now also something I like to do is have a bucket to dump any of the mullet that I catch into. That way it sort of contains all the grass and all the mess. That way you're not making a mess of your boat. Keep them all in the bucket and then you can transfer them over to your live well. Now this footage is from a recent trip that I was on where I was showing how to actually use finger mullet to catch inshore fish. Everything from redfish, tarpon, sea trout to snook. So if you're interested in seeing that full video, only our insider members have access to that, to where I show exactly where I'm at, the type of area I am using the finger mullet, how I'm rigging them up, and everything basically from A to Z, from catching the mullet to using it to catching the fish. So definitely be sure to check that out at the Salt Strong Insider Club at saltstrong.com.